Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're crew here, you know how we do it. Let's go.
It came from the back of the house, and we know we're the only people in the house. There's no one else here.
I'm gonna stay here.
Huh?
I'm gonna stay here. It's too scary.
Alright.
I'm gonna stay here.
Didn't come from this area of the house, but it sounded like footsteps. Jesus Christ, the door just closed.
Was there someone in? Did you see anyone?
Man, them lights should have been on.
Richard, be careful.
Guys, is there anyone in here?
I don't think so.
No one behind the door.
Hello? Hello? Marinho?
Okay, so I'm literally home alone. Listen to how loud and aggressive it is.
What was that?
Oh, that's over.
Oh yeah, this is one of the giants. She got giant blood in her.
Now, I showed a video a while back on this crazy thing, and check out the guy. He's holding it with a bag. He doesn't even hold it in his hands. So what do you think it is? You think it's some kind of, I don't know, remote control toy or a science experiment gone wrong? And there's even a second video on this, whatever the hell it is. Check it out. Now you can see in the second video, this guy is wearing that plastic bag over his hand. And look at the way that thing's vibrating. It's either some type of crazy toy or it could be some type of crazy looking creature. Now I can't even figure out why that guy has eggs there. In a little while it's gonna look like he throws them in the pot and he's gonna boil them with that thing. That thing's gonna boil them somehow. But to me it just looks like those things are just being vibrated, that's it. I don't think those eggs were boiled in any way. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna ask. You guys let me know what you think of this crazy video.
I think it's just that, a crazy video. CGI. Come on, guy. You're exaggerating.
Wife was arguing with husband on the phone when this was captured.
I told you I needed more help cleaning up this house. I can't do all this stuff by myself. I have all this laundry in the kitchen and dishes and everything else I gotta do. I know you're at work, so when you come home from work, you can help me a little bit. Is that too much to ask? That's dirty. Oh, this is just getting ridiculous. These curtains over this.
I'm looking at the house like, damn, how clean do you want it? OCD?
Stuff laying on the floor too. Oh, with the food.
Good. The ghost was like, bitch, stop complaining. Slam. Good for you, ghost.
What the fuck, baby? The door's just closed in our bedroom. Baby, come home now. The door just fucking closed. Oh. Fuck, baby. Baby, it's not opening. What the fuck? Baby. Baby, come home from work now.
Is the history of the world a lie? And was the population reset? And were these grand cities and towns found by people of now back in the 1800s? And what happened to these people that created these grand cities and towns? Were they enlightened and left the planet? Or were they ravaged with disease? They were said to have the power of flight transportation long before we ever even realized the concept. And just look at the grand detail in their art, in their cities, and just look at what we build now.
I don't know who built them statues, but definitely a race of people who have an appreciation for back.
The hidden lands beyond the ice walls.
I say it's worth checking out. If this stuff is even real. Because you know this is for entertainment purposes only.
Books of the giants. There was a giant world before us, whether you believe it or not. You tell me, why would all these giant books be made? And these books are found throughout different parts of the world, from giant medieval manuscripts to 300-year-old giant books found in Spain, among other countless ones I can name. I have always questioned, why would anyone in those times need books of that size? For example, a book written in the 13th century.
Well, look at this book. It's mad big, but the writing is the same size as what we read. A giant would need some bifocals to read that stuff. That would be like fine print to a giant.
How'd it go?
Zed, the Jolocks are gone and the treaty is signed.
Good work.
Zed, what about that position you promised me in Men in Black?
Still working on the Alien Affirmative Action Program. I'll keep you posted.
Wait a minute, that's not what you promised me.
You're breaking up.
Zed?
Can't hear you.
Hello?
I'll call you back.
I can be Agent M. I can be Agent M. Zed, you...
You start to freeze. You start to freeze. You start to freeze. You start to freeze. As someone looks you right between the eyes. Thriller, thriller night. Thriller, thriller night. Thriller, thriller night. It's a thriller, thriller night. And no one's gonna save you from the beat.
Michael Jackson's an alien. As a human, how do you do that? I gotta stop this right here. I was exploring an abandoned town in the mountains when I realized something strange. I'm exploring an abandoned town in the mountains. What the fuck am I doing here?
All right, y'all, check this out. All my TikTok followers out there, check this out. I just walked up on this thing. This dude looks so real. It's got to be some kind of machine or something. Look at it. Hey, I don't know now. But he ain't moving though. It says right here, push button to start. All right, let's see what we got here. All right.
I am Zoltan.
That's Zoltan.
Push the button and make your wish.
I already pushed the button. See, it ain't even acting right already.
That's a dude. But the first thing it made me think of was this.
Right there, I'm trying to bring it in, zooming it in, right there it is. It's huge. Thing's like 20 or 25 feet long. Never seen nothing like that before.
Don't play with the ocean, cause the ocean ain't playing with you.
Did you know that Walt Disney used to hang out with former members of a certain unpopular political party from the 40s? We'll call them the Yahtzees.
I did.
True story. Most people have no idea whatsoever, but NASA was really turned into a space agency by this former Yahtzee, this science fiction writer, this cartoonist, and this other former Yahtzee.
I've known for several years that NASA stands for no actual science available.
True story. Here we have our NASA hotshots preparing for a film called Man in Space, put out by Disney in 1955. Here we have Heinz Haber, former Yahtzee, Werner von Braun, former Yahtzee, and Willy Ley, science fiction writer. Let's see this Man in Space, shall we?
This week, here to introduce you to this new series is Walt Disney.
In our modern world, everywhere we look, we see the influence science has upon our daily lives.
Of course you're familiar with Walt Disney, but nobody knows who Willy Ley is, and here he is, The Other Side of the Moon, science fiction. Okay, here he is.
The rocket historian, Willy Ley. Here Mr. Ley explains the operation of a rocket motor to some of the artists working on the picture.
This is an actual propulsion unit from a V2. This strange-looking device is both the heart and muscle of a rocket, its motor.
All right, we've heard from Disney, we've heard from Mr. Ley. Let's hear from Heinz Haber.
Dr. Heinz Haber.
When man steps into his rocket ship and leaves the Earth behind, he must be well equipped to survive in the hostile realm of outer space.
And last but not least, Mr. Werner von Braun, former SS agent under the Yahtzee regime.
Dr. Werner von Braun, who is at present the chief of the Guided Missile Division of the Army's Rocket Center at Redstone Arsenal.
Doc said his family's original name was, remember from Back to the Future?
Could have been another Emmett Brown back in 1885.
No.
I don't know, did you have any relatives here back then?
The Browns didn't come to Hill Valley until 1908, and then they were the Von Brauns. My father changed our name during the First World War.
Predictive programming? Some type of treaty that they got with the clones where you gotta tell a little bit, but don't tell everything?
He was also overall director of the development of the original V2 rocket.
The training methods for future space flight and the special equipment needed for survival are much like those of present high-altitude flying. And the experiments we are making today are helping us to solve the more complex problems to come.
You may be asking how Walt Disney came to work with these Yahtzees. Well, let me tell you. Operation Paperclip, the secret intelligence program to bring Yahtzee scientists to America. CIA.gov. Here's Mr. Werner von Braun hanging out with his friends. This is Heinrich Himmler. Do you know who Himmler was? Do you know what he did? You should look into him. You see, the U.S. intelligence agency community didn't want the Soviets to get a hold of these Yahtzee scientists. And here they are, being prepared to come into America and work for American agencies and American companies. True story. A quick glance into Mr. Heinz Haber here will demonstrate that, of course, he was quite the supporter of Mr. Schmittler and the Third Reich, as it's known, and that, of course, he came over in Operation Paperclip. Yep. Even crazier, Mr. Willy Ley, German, of course. And together, these two wrote a book called Project Mars, where a character in the book was named Elon. True story. Here you can see Willy Ley and Werner von Braun on Project Mars, the master blueprint for man's first trip to Mars. Here we go. And even though Wikipedia references the Elon from the book, here's ChatGPT telling me there's no Elon in that book. Yeah, no Elon. Well, that's interesting. Hold on, let me ask a better question. Isn't the Martian leader in von Braun's book, Project Mars, called the Elon? I apologize for any confusion in my previous responses. You are correct. The leader of the Martian civilization is referred to as the Elon. Here we have the gravestone of Werner von Braun, Psalms 19:1. I wonder what that says. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Why is the creator of NASA talking about a firmament? Facts are facts, people. NASA was not a space agency before these people got involved, okay? Yahtzee, science fiction writer, cartoonist, Yahtzee. True story.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
No way.
To all my American followers, when your candies come over here, the ingredients get slapped a big warning label. Warning, E102, E10 may have adverse effects on activity and attention in children. Contains genetically modified ingredients. See? This big warning label thing slapped over all of your candy. So you guys can see, look. All of these candies have the same warnings, the same stickers get put over when they reach the UK. See? Look. All these chemicals. So please, if you are giving your kids any of these things, avoid them.
Passport bros, we up. You gotta go overseas to get stuff that's not GMO, I guess.
I had to walk out of the church and Christianity because they never taught us our true knowledge. Then they told me how we were brainwashed in America. We see Jesus, he's white with blonde hair and blue eyes. We see the Lord's Supper, all white people. We see the angels in heaven, all white people. And we look at Miss Universe, a white woman, Miss America, a white woman, Miss World, a white woman. Even Tarzan, the king of the jungles in Africa, he was white. He said,
An envious person is the worst kind of person because they will kill you, they will betray you into the hands of your enemy. To see you in an uncomfortable position because they hate you not because you're bad, but they hate you for being who and what you are because they want to be that themselves. Come on. And they're not happy with you being that. They want that for themselves and they want to take it from you. And if they can't take it from you, they will kill you so that you cannot exhibit that quality.
So I already had humans hating on me. Now I got clones and aliens hating on me too? It's too much.
Ah! I got it.
Damn, bro. I think there's something out there.
What the? Oh, yeah, passport bro. He riding on the wrong side of the street. And the people in the car the women was like, oh my God. Yep, here go another giant. Yeah, she got that giant. That giantess blood in her. Maybe she's a descendant from Goliath. What? Okay, that's his arms right there. He's holding a bag. How did his arm get through that? Oh yeah, bro. Simulation all the way. Now you want somebody looking at you now. Now it's okay. You messed up the rope trying to be G.I. Jane. Look at my dude over there. He like, stupid bitch. He don't think that Paw, because he saw how he looked up and backed up. He said, yeah, something is going on.
What's going on outside?
To a chiropractor for a routine neck adjustment that changed Caitlin's life forever.
Meat lovers, melts all mine for only $6.99. Both melts just for me. Ooh-wee, just for me. They're cheesy, crispy, toppings loaded. Duh. It's Pizza Hut, you know it.
Now, there's something weird about that. Let me show you what I see. This woman, but then who is that? Why did the ears change? Why she look like a genie? What's going on? Is she supposed to be one? I don't know. I ain't gonna say that part. That part we gotta say on Patreon. It's too censored. I can't say that here. But this is weird. Look at those fingers. See these little diabetic fingers? That's her right hand. Look at her ring finger. See how there's no tattoo on there? See there's no tattoo on none of these 8 fingers? There's no tattoos. But there's a tattoo right there though. And again, where did the pointy ears go? I'm trying to figure, like, what do you need to do that for? I don't trust these folks, man.
SpongeBob night. Liam, come here. Liam, right now. What is happening? Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here.
That's the babysitter? William, come on, we gotta get out of here. Your house is haunted.
Okay, I just had to go into the kitchen to get my phone. But I was just walking by this hallway. That chair is clearly broken by itself. I just heard a noise come from over there. There's no drafts. There's no fan. There's somebody here. Can you make a banging noise for me? I heard a knock from the kitchen, but oh my god, it's nothing.
Okay, if you stayed for this long, you get it popping. Thanks for staying this long. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Do it for the algo. That way I'll grow. I'll see you next video.